Good morning. Welcome to Kilo Chari Torah's daily discussion of Rambam 613 mitzvahs for Friday, Erev Shabbos, the 23rd of July. We've been talking about agricultural mitzvot, which in here, for the most part, with very few exceptions, only in the land of Israel, so not of concern to you farmers in southern Ontario. However, in living in the global economy in which we do live, as we do travel back and forth to Israel, first of all, and second of all, we do have produce showing up in the supermarkets and Costco's of Toronto. So we want to be sure that we are careful with respecting the added sanctity that the fruits and produce of the land of Israel carry with them. Mitzvah number 125, positive mitzvah 125, is the mitzvah of Bikurim, which tells us to set aside first fruits, the first fruits of our gathering. We should bring to the temple, bring to the Mishkan, or in the temple times the temple itself, and this applies to fruits and grown in the land of Israel, and only to the fruits, to the produce of the seven kinds, the Shivas Aminim that we spoke about elsewhere, by which the land of Israel is blessed. If you want to take a look for more discussion, please see Tractate Bikurim that has an extensive conversation about first fruits. Positive Mitzvah 126 is the Truma Gedola, to set aside what's called, translated into English accurately, if not helpfully, as the Great Heave Offering. This, again, is in the land of Israel, and this is the first major tithe from produce that's taken. This is the major tithe that's taken. We're going to speak about a few subsequent to that. Positive Mitzvah 127 is the first tithe from the land, in addition to the Truma Gedola that we spoke about, and again applies only in Israel. And the second tithe, Meiser Sheni, also is the following mitzvah. So you'll pay attention when we take trumas and meisers from fruits that come from Israel. Let's say you wind up buying mangoes or something that come from Israel, rimonim could be, and you bring those home. Then you watch the little video on the COR website, or there's other places to get this instruction. Also, you can get a printout instruction from the OU website of how to set aside and take a small part of what you've bought, transfer the kedusha off of it, so you can consume the rest of the fruit, and then you have to designate it. Now, since we have not done a great job of keeping track of the jubilee years and so on, we express in a conditional fashion if this is a year when it's supposed to be the first tithe or the second tithe or whatever it happens to be, so may this portion be designated for that. There's also a tithe that the Leviim have to give to the Kohanim, right? Everyone has a mitzvah to help others, so Leviim also, who are the recipients of a lot of these trumas, for example, the Meiser Rishon that we spoke about before, right? Yes, I think. So the Leviim also have a mitzvah to set aside a tithe, a truma, for the Kohanim. There's also Meiser Ani, the poor man's tithe, in the third and sixth year of every sabbatical cycle. The poor man's tithe, once the heave offering has been removed, the Truma Gedola is taken from the Leviim, were in all respects considered common food, so there wasn't a degree of sanctity attached to them that the Aniyim, the needy among us, were particularly obliged to uphold. A couple of more things to go along with this. We'll continue after Shabbat. Let me just remind you of the candlelighting times and so on for this evening. For this very special Shabbos Nachamu, earliest candlelighting 7:17, a few minutes past 7:15. You see that the times are already getting earlier now. This Friday night we will not be having services in Shul. However, we do hope to resume that speedily. So if you're interested in participating, please be in touch. Let us know. Actual candlelighting time this evening, 8:32. We'll continue our slightly abbreviated service, Shachris service for Shabbos, with Torah reading and Musaf. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. we'll begin. We'll begin with Nishmat, so if you'd like to do the preliminary prayers on your own at home, please be advised of that. Shabbat ends at 9:40, so we will reconvene for a Zoom Havdalah at 9:50. We are also looking to restart our daily minyan and looking for participants for that. So if you're interested, please, again, be in touch. Have a wonderful Shabbos. Should be a comfort for us and for the entire Jewish people, and really by extension, the whole world. Shabbat Shalom.